It's a place where the sport of kings takes on new meaning. Elevated to the status of royalty, the thoroughbred reigns supreme. Swarms of adoring fans gather for a glimpse of their idols in action, and their devotion knows no end. With a more fanatical following than anywhere else in the world, if horse racing's your passion, then Asia is the place to be. Tokyo, a fast-paced city with boundless energy, where fashions change in the blink of an eye and modern technology is already out of date before it hits the shops. But one thing that is unfaltering is the nation's love of horse racing. It's a pastime that rivals baseball and football, with evidence of this on every street corner. And on the eve of the nation's biggest race, the Japan Cup, fans are already gathering in the tunnels outside Tokyo Racecourse. Well, for most of us, the evening before going racing, we might have a look at the race card, try and pick a few winners, or in my case, decide what to wear the next day. But in Japan, it goes a whole lot further than that. These racegoers are willing to sleep at the racecourse overnight so that they're first through the gates in the morning. It is cold here, believe me, it is winter in Japan. It is madness and certainly dedication. Tarpaulins mark their reserved spots, and they take real pride in their pictures. Some have been camping here for an astonishing 4 days, proving the lengths to which they will go for a glimpse of their racing heroes in action.
いつも前の日に来て場所を取って毎日好きな馬が走るとで場所を取っていただいているのでシート移動ぐらいは手伝わないといけないと思って来てます。
今日朝から来て待ってました。世界もいいですけど日本が一番好きです。
まあそうなんですけど、まあ止まらなくてもシート引いてあれば大丈夫なんです。
Come morning and the full splendour of the racecourse is revealed. Located in Fuchu, 30 kilometres from the centre of Tokyo, it's the largest and one of the most modern in Japan. With the capacity to hold up to 230,000 people, the expectant fans are now gathered at the entrance in anticipation of what has become known as the Dawn Sprint. And when the gates finally open, it's a case of every fan for themselves. This is completely mad. These guys have been sleeping here all night for this moment. They're running in to get their best spot, whether it be by the rail, in the stands, or by the paddock. It's complete hysteria. I've never seen anything like it. In contrast to the frenzied dash to get into the racecourse, once inside, the very civilised process of securing the best spot begins once again. Despite their determination, there seems to be no elbow jostling or confrontation. United in their love of the sport, they trustingly abandon their bags and picnics to go in search of souvenirs. The racing paraphernalia on offer mirrors the crowd's passion. Replicas of past and present Group 1 stars prove particular favourites as they stock up ahead of the race. For many, though, it's the betting hall that's their first port of call. Some will spend hours studying the form, and with the takings on the Japan Cup alone fetching as much as $400 million in previous years, it's big business. Well, racing fans here are clearly some of the most devoted, but they also spend a colossal amount gambling. Japan has the highest betting turnover of any country worldwide. And if you want to find out more about the extraordinary figures that make up the Japanese betting industry, then head to the horse racing section on CNN.com. The Japanese Racing Authority is in charge of everything relating to the sport, including betting. That ensures that 15% of all gambling revenues are put straight back into the industry, and it means a richer experience can be provided for the hundreds of thousands of fans in attendance.
Some customers concentrate to betting only, and some don't bet at all, just following their favorite horses or favorite jockeys. The top jockeys, such as Ryan Moore or John Moreira, come to Japan every year. Simply speaking, Japan Cup is one of our most prestigious races. It will be featured not only sports media but more wide general media. And they really love horse racing as a major sports entertainment in Japan.
Along with today's racegoers, a further 3 million people in Tokyo are expected to watch the Japan Cup on television. The media's presence can be really felt at the racecourse, with over 500 journalists, photographers and cameramen from all over the world jostling for position.
I think the Japan Racing Association has done very, very good job. They are, for example, produce and broadcast a lot of the TV commercials, and they run a lot of advertisement on the racing magazine, not only the racing magazine but also some newspapers, nationwide newspapers. And we have one horse racing channel called the Green Channel, for which I am working for. So, for example, information about the Japan Cup has been spread out through those medias, all year around, not only before the Japan Cup. So, the publication has done very well.
And the likes of your Takitaki, the jockeys, the trainers, the horses, are they celebrities in Japan?
Yes, you're right. For example, the Takitaki has been the star in this country for 30 years now. Yeah, he's a real celebrity whom everybody knows.
Well, this impressive grandstand's really starting to fill up now, and some of the groups that we met last night who were camping overnight have found their prized seats. All the horses are coming out onto the track then, parading ahead of the big one, and I'm going to be sitting here with my friend Yuta. Yuta, have you had a good day so far? Have you picked any winners? And Cheval Grand in this one? And the Cheval Grand, number 17. With a prize fund of $5.5 million, the 36th running of the Japan Cup fielded 17 horses, of which 3 had made the trip from Europe and were looking to break the locals' stronghold of 10 wins in a row. And as they lined up, they were met by a tumultuous roar from the expectant crowds. It feels like we're in a football match, not a race course. It's incredible. The horses are about to load up. There are 100,000 people watching this. It is deafening. It's amazing.
Just about set. They're ready and they're racing. Away they go. You're up, dipped at the start. Kitasan Black straight away into stride. Sounds of Earth commence well, and Real Steel coming over from a wide 8. But it's Kitasan Black still in front with 200 metres to run. Kitasan Black challenges coming out wide from Sounds of Earth. It's Kitasan Black, Sounds of Earth stretching out. Kitasan Black still in front. Late Cheval Grand, but Kitasan Black, the favourite, is home. Kitasan Black wins from Sounds of Earth and Cheval Grand Gold Actor.
The 5-2 favourite Kitasan Black finished 2.5 lengths ahead of Sounds of Earth in second, whilst the best placed European horse Akitos finished 7th. Japanese star Yutaka Take saluted his legions of followers, having secured a record 4th success in the race, his victory proving hugely popular amongst the racegoers. Well done. Why were you crying? Why the tears?
もう本当に強かったです。もうずっと応援最初から応援してたんで、本当に嬉しいです。
So it's not, you're not crying because you've won lots of money, it's because you love the horse.
はい、もう人間だったら結婚したいくらい大好きです。
If justification were needed of just how big the sport is in Japan, on this race alone, betting takings totaled more than $180 million. As the crowds made their way out of the racecourse, for many it had been an enriching experience in more ways than one. So it's the end of what's been a truly eye-opening day spent with the fans. They have such passion for the sport, it's not surprising that the industry here is thriving. After the break, we'll be moving to another booming racing region, Hong Kong, and we'll be finding out how they're leading the way when it comes to anti-doping measures.